Mr. President, come take a walk with me. Take a walk with me.
I just want to go back to work.
You just want to go back to work?
Yeah, but I want to get paid
for what you deserve.
I want to get paid what I deserve.
What's your skills?
I'm tired of making everybody else rich. What I can't do is a smaller list.
Yeah.
What I can do, it would take about 10 years to explain.
Wow.
But the things I can't do is I can't change the world. I could, you know, it's almost like they're making a big joke out of it.
Yeah, they are.
He said this, he said
that, and
she said this, they did that.
yeah, it's
But nothing is happening for the people, and I am the people.
Yeah, you are.
What happened to me?
How about this, right? What has been your American experience?
My American experience.
So what's that? Poverty? No, that's a real good answer. We said poverty? Oh, man.
And tell me why. La da da da. La da da da. Dear Mr. President, were you a lonely boy? Are you
21 days to change their old money or lose it. There were long queues as people scrambled to exchange their savings before the money became worthless on Monday. Operation Sunrise was launched by Reserve Bank Governor Gideon Gono to get local currency into the fold and curb the world's highest inflation rate of 1,200%. During the 3-week grace period, individuals were restricted to deposits of $100 million a day. Any extra cash was confiscated, as the police, army and youth brigades held roadblocks in a blitz that the state claims netted about 35 trillion old Zimbabwe dollars.
Overnight, the whole nation was turned into a criminal unless it proves itself innocent if we are found with money in excess of 100 million.
Cosmetic changes to the currency have done nothing to alleviate the plight of the poor. In fact, ordinary people bore the brunt as many shops cashed in on the confusion, raising their prices.
They are making life for people to become more hardened.
People have had to forego a number of their meals. You'll have to choose whether you eat in the morning or you eat in the evening or not eat at all, depending on your circumstances.
Life is impossible.
Before the 21st, a liter of Coke cost $500,000. Now it's a more manageable $500, but that hasn't stopped runaway inflation. In 2003, a packet of carrots cost $1,000. In April this year, they cost $33,000. 4 months later, it's a whopping $354,000. A basket of groceries that cost $3 million in April had doubled in price last week. 2 days later, half the items had increased in price again, adding 853 new currency dollars to the bill. On Tuesday, when the old notes were scrapped, there was chaos at the tills. A shortage of small notes left many shoppers shortchanged. In the early days of liberation, Zimbabwe's future looked bright. But today, a third of the population needs food aid, and the bankrupt treasury can't afford to import desperately needed food or fuel.
And the government needing a lot of money and finding it very difficult to get more taxes from a shrinking economy, they have started to print money.
The decline of agriculture, the chief source of foreign exchange, has meant a massive loss of jobs and government revenue.
Government has literally looted the savings in our pension funds and our own bank deposits. Because the savings have gone, they're forced to print even more.
And so inflation gathers momentum, and with unemployment at 80%, things fall apart.
Issues of electricity, the water, school fees, people cannot afford medicines, the infrastructure in the hospitals has collapsed.
Because of corruption.
Those with the right connections continue to acquire land and assets, using their access to subsidized grain, foreign exchange and fuel.
people have never been this wealthy in the history of Zimbabwe. The houses that they are building in some of the areas, the number of cars that they drive.
But they can make up different rules which benefit them enormously.
We asked for a response from the Zimbabwean government, but none was forthcoming. He also announced an imminent sequel to Operation Sunrise that he said would be short and swift. But Finance Minister Herbert Murawa has warned that those 3 zeros could be back on the notes as early as December.
After several years of very rough treatment, the population, I think, is very intimidated. But everything has its limits, and I suspect that the government is rapidly approaching the limits of people's patience right now.
The only effective weapon is love, like a nuclear bomb in reverse. So your eyes see the real worth, so you're not blinded by fake ideals. So you don't follow the serpent seals, so you follow your inner government. Your raw heart is your parliament, like everything and the space in between. Everything you see and everything you dream, every atom is part of one. Every word is a bird in this song. The love that surrounds me is real. If it's real, the drum of my soul is the beat that you